Hello and welcome to this week's Geeky Grapplers Podcast. I am Ian, your host for this week, and I am joined once again by my three lovely co-hosts, those being Cthulhu, Flipper, and Breaker.
Yo. Hello.
Lads, yeah, how we doing? Hell yeah.
I am.
You are, yes. You are here to grapple with issues concerning both pro wrestling and geekdom. How about that? That's what we call. That's how we sort it out. All right. So we apologize for this being a week late. We had a couple of things come up, but luckily we are here a week behind schedule. Doesn't matter. You get your podcast anyway. Stop complaining.
No complaining.
Shush. They are in my head. 30 people. But seriously, thank you guys for watching the last 3 episodes. It's been really appreciated. This episode's going to be a bit weird because we don't necessarily have a main topic. We kind of just have a, oh my god, there is so much news, we kind of need to just talk about it. So we're going to basically take the news section of this podcast and basically make it the entire main topic, because in terms of geekdom, holy crap, like, everything's happened in February.
Yeah, we've reached the end of the month, and we have like a document of all the stuff that we want to talk about for like news that I compiled earlier today. It's 4 pages long.
Yeah, we said to ourselves, like, oh yeah, we'll do an extended news story and then we'll do the main topic. But then we like started writing down news and we went, I don't think this is gonna happen, guys. We should probably just call it. Let's just do the news itself. So we're gonna split all the news into the different sections, and we're just gonna go for it. You guys ready? You guys good to go?
Well, yeah, hopefully this podcast will be a bit better for our non-wrestling fans, because we're just covering everything basically.
Yeah. If you're not a fan of wrestling, or you're into your other geeky stuff, this is going to be definitely the podcast for you. But we are going to start off with wrestling though. Psych. We are going to start off with some injuries, unfortunately, as Anna Jay and Hiromu Takahashi have both suffered injuries this week.
Hiromu's out for 6 months as well.
Isn't Anna Jay also out for like 9 to 12 or something ridiculous?
Yeah, she suffered a shoulder injury in training.
Jeez, yeah, it's very unfortunate, because obviously Takahashi was the junior heavyweight champ, so obviously he's had to vacate it, and Anna Jay is just such a good up and coming talent, and it's really unfortunate because she's had a big injury like this before as well, like before she got to AEW, and it really shook her. So it's gonna be really interesting to see her like come back in a year and hopefully kick ass.
I do wonder how it'll affect with Tay's booking as well, or Ty. I never know how to say.
Ty Conti, yeah, potentially, because I believe the story is still that she's kind of trying to get her into the Dark Order, but she's not in the Dark Order. I wonder if they'll just like pull the trigger on it now and be like, okay, like, he's looking after a friend by joining the Dark Order. Maybe. But because of Takahashi vacating, there will be now a triple threat match at Castle Attack Night 2 on the 28th of this month against Phantasmo, Desperado, and Bushi, which I think, in a junior heavyweight triple threat, I think that's going to be a freaking great match.
So for the story going into this, Phantasmo was the opponent for Takahashi anyway, so he got automatic right to the match. Bushi was who Takahashi nominated as his replacement, and Kanemaru and Desperado beat Phantasmo and Ishimori, so Despi basically said that he wanted to be in the match, and he was granted the right to be in it.
Yeah, you kind of already said the next piece of news, which was that Kanemaru and Desperado are now the junior heavyweight tag champions, because they beat Phantasmo and Ishimori. I haven't seen the match. Have you seen the match?
I haven't seen the match because it was on the Road to Castle Attack show.
Fair enough. So yeah, cool. New champions. And also, oh boy. I don't know if you guys watched Elimination Chamber. I watched a little bit.
I forgot it was happening.
Great. We love WWE. But I'm sure you've heard the news that The Miz has cashed in his Money in the Bank contract and is now the WWE champion.
Again.
Again.
Cool.
here's a picture I found on Twitter. I think this basically describes our emotions on this one.
I mean, he is awesome.
I don't mind
Actually,
the champion, really.
Actually, to be honest, I quite like that the Miz is the champ.
So
Yeah,
close
Yeah, I
to
like the Miz. He's
WrestleMania.
cool.
The Miz is
Yes.
great, but it's so close to WrestleMania. I think they're like doing the Daniel Bryan again. I think where it's like, oh no, there's like a little road bump before WrestleMania. What's gonna happen? But yeah, I don't know yet because apparently they're gonna have Bobby Lashley versus The Miz. I think next week. I think Bobby Lashley's just gonna eat him because they are pushing Bobby Lashley very hard at the moment.
It's like 2007 when they pushed him.
Yeah, but this time he's actually good. Another
On the bump as well, JBL said that they'd be doing well pushing Bobby. So, you
Yeah.
know, I don't know how much influence he has on anything, but he is backstage, isn't he?
Yeah,
Or Performance
yeah.
Center or something like that. So,
I'd be quite excited to see a Bobby Lashley like world title run, or at the very least see. I think Drew Bobby Lashley would be a really fun WrestleMania match because I feel like those two could have a really really good match, like just a big hoss match. I think they have at like Backlash, which was really good. But another title that changed hands because of we're talking about Bobby Lashley. He lost the United States Championship to Matt Riddle in a triple threat match. Because it was meant to be Bobby Lashley versus Bobby Lashley, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle, but then Keith Lee didn't show. I think because Mia Yim is still isolating, so I think he is as well. I don't have a source for that though, so I might be wrong. So Morrison took his place after winning a pre-show match against Ricochet and Ali, and then obviously he was in the match. It was a really good match. I that was one of the few matches I watched. It was really really good.
can we just make a point about what was the weird obsession with this pay-per-view and having like a match leading to another match on the night?
I think that's pretty cool, personally.
I like it, but it happened like it happened twice on this. If Morrison won that first match on the pre-show, went on to have a main card match, and Bryan won the Chamber to fight Roman, I think that's a bit weird.
Bryan to face Roman was already planned was already a planned story. The John Morrison one was just oh god, we need a reason for John Morrison to be in this match. Let's have a triple threat and then have another triple threat. I don't think they did it on purpose. I think they did it out of necessity more than anything.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Elimination Chamber was a pretty decent pay-per-view overall. We don't really need to talk much about it. Just because like I was the only person I think watched
only
it.
you watched it. So.
Yeah, it was a decent one. Onto AEW. There's been quite a lot in AEW, and
That's a copyright violation.
It's Paul White.
It's Paul White.
The
It's the big. Paul White, formerly known as The Big Show, has signed with AEW and is going to be a commentator on the new AEW show. I didn't see this coming because he was on Raw for like ages, like Legends Night. He was there when Randy Orton was beating everyone up in that one time.
The best Randy Orton.
Tell me then. You can tell me. Has he had any matches in that like period?
He had a match against, I think, Randy Orton. He's had a match. He's absolutely had a match. I think it was with Randy Orton. No, it was a handicap match against Garza and Andrade, which then led to Randy Orton beating him up.
Fair enough. Because I was going to say, if he hadn't had a match like in so long, his last match would have been the championship match against Drew after Mania.
Jeez, yeah. Man, yeah, that was a while back. God damn. But no, I believe he has got wrestling in his contract, hasn't he? For AEW.
I believe so.
But honestly,
I believe he does.
He is in the best shape he has been in his entire life, so I'm not too worried if he does get into the ring. I think he's going to be he'd be a really good asset for the division. Just having another giant guy. But then you've got to be careful that you don't overshadow people like Brian Cage, Lance Archer. There is another big guy, Wardlow, Hager. Like, there's a lot of Hobbs. There's a lot of big men in AEW. I've expressed this before, but not on the podcast. There's a lot of big men, and they have to be very, very careful that they don't overshadow one another by just being the same quote unquote big boy.
I think that's one of the things that AEW's done quite well, though, is they use the big men cautiously.
Yeah, they're not trying to use all of them as we are big and strong and very powerful, no one can win. Like, they've all got their own little quirks about them, which I think is very, very helpful in that.
Because, like, Brian Cage, to me, works better with either Hobbs or Starks as a partnership. I think that's, like... And then you have, like, Wardlow, who's sort of slower and a bit more... Well, he's a manservant, basically.
Yeah, he's explosive. And he's definitely explosive. Like, he doesn't continuously show his power. He's more like a slow, methodical, I'm going to beat you down by just throwing you as hard as I can into everything. And then you've got, like, Hager, who's, like, MMA trained. So then you've got, like, the MMA background for Hager, so he stands out for being in that regard. So I think AEW, in terms of big guys, it's good to have Paul White on the team. I just think they need to be a little bit cautious that they don't just go, oh, it's a big legend. He's going to take over the division. I don't really think he needs to be doing that in his, like, in this time of his career.
I don't even.
I have to ask you, Ian, have you ever commentated before? I don't recall him ever commentating.
Don't think so. He's definitely, like, doing, like, interview stuff and things like that, but I don't think I can recall him being a commentator. But then again, I think he's got a good commentary team to, like, help him through it, though. So I think that'll
and as his commentary partner is going to be Shivani, so it's not like it's not like just putting Paul and JR together.
Yeah, I think Shivani is a very strong partner to have in that scenario. But speaking of the new show, we've got it. I believe it's called AEW Dark Elevation.
Believe so.
Which is starting on March 15th before AEW Dark, which is going to be AEW stars competing with indie wrestling talent. Now, this is the first I've heard of the actual premise of the show. That sounds amazing.
Oh, that's what I... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Flips.
No, go ahead.
Oh, that's what they put on the press release with Paul White, like, his signing, was it's going to be this show called this. It's going to be top and up-and-coming AEW stars competing with independent wrestling talent.
That's going to be a fantastic show. I really, really hope that that's going to do well, because that sounds like such a fun time to get exposure for independent wrestlers that really deserve it. You know, this is going to be really good. What were you saying, Flips?
What did you want to say, Flips? Yeah.
I don't know.
Excellent. Speaking of AEW, still, the main event for Revolution has been announced, and I think it's safe to say that getting this partnership with a Japanese promotion has really gone to Tony Khan's head, because Kenny Omega will be facing Jon Moxley for the AEW World title in an exploding barbed wire death match.
Wait,
what does exploding barbed wire mean? What?
Does it mean that the barbed wires are the ring rope and they explode when you that one?
That's the one I know. That's the one I know that, like, Terry Funk and Sabu are, like, pioneers of. So I would be very surprised if they do anything different.
That's what I thought it would be.
Or is it just barbed wire that explodes when you hit someone with it?
I mean, there's been that. There's been, like, barbed wire boards that have C4 strapped into it. It's, oh my god, it's ridiculous. I don't know.
I hope they don't use C4.
That's what they used to do in, like, some of the old Japanese promotions. They use, like, really small doses of C4, and people would just fall onto it. It's dangerous. This is going to be... It's going to be must-see. But I also think this is going to be... I think this is going to be a step up from Full Gear. Which scares me, because they've got to be very careful because they've got a TV deal with a very, 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 very good TV deal with TNT. So, ooh, be careful, lads. Please don't die. It's Moxley. And they'll be fine.
And if they lose their deal with TNT, they won't be able to call it Dynamite anymore. It wouldn't be satisfying.
You call it C4.
Oh my god, that's why it's exploding. They had to do it. It's in the contract. They had to have at least one match where Dynamite was involved.
Can I just say, as someone who doesn't like death matches, this is the least thing I've ever been hyped for in AEW.
I am so excited.
Now, someone who likes death matches, I
don't like Hardwire. I don't like death matches. And knowing these two, there'll be a tax spot, and I hate tax spots. At least there's not light tubes. That's all I'm saying.
I can't wait to take a tax spot. I can't wait to take a tax spot. I'm that wrestler who's just like, you know what? I'll go through tax just to see how it feels, and I can't wait to force Lulu to watch it. Watch his best friend go through tax back first, just rolling around. We're gonna stop because I've realised some of the audience might be squeamish.
Yeah, and also best friend. Yeah, sure. Whatever you want to believe, boss.
So on that note, quickly, the Women's World Championship tournament is underway. Apparently, according to my notes, the winner of Riho and Thunder Rosa will take on Nyla Rose, and then it'll be on the Japanese side either Yuka Sakazaki or Ryo Mizunami to win the Japanese bracket, and then they will face each other for the right to challenge Shida at Revolution. I've only seen...
Yeah, currently, it's either going to be Riho, Thunder Rosa, Nyla, Yuka, or Ryo Mizunami who are going to win.
It's going to be
quite like
he's
that.
The best.
Oh yeah, obviously it's going to be Yuka. I quite liked Mizunami in her match with Maki Ito, because I watched that match for Maki Ito. I'm a simp, I don't care. But
his words, not ours.
I was won over by Mizunami kind of immediately because she has such a great presence of camera. Because she would use the camera nearly every single time she did a move or a pin. She'd look at the camera and be like, "Oh, I was so close," like Joshi style, where they're like very quote unquote family friendly at times, where they're trying to be like more like engaging with the audience.
They're expressive.
She's expressive. Very, very expressive. Very good at inspiration. I think it's safe to say as well, I haven't watched the recent AEW matches, but Riho Serena Deeb was, in my opinion, one of the best women's matches in AEW history so far.
Riho Serena Deeb is my favourite AEW women's match so far.
That was a
If you can't tell, match. It was super tacky.
Yeah, it was a super technical match. The ending sequence was brilliant. Like every single kick out, big move really mattered, which is just the icing on the cake.
They managed to get a New Japan style finish. Where, yeah, you know it's not the finisher, but God, you're convinced it is.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But that's it for AEW, unless you guys have anything to add for AEW. Has anyone seen this week's show?
No.
I've not watched it yet. Apparently Lance Archer Ray Phoenix is really good.
As we expected it to be.
Yeah, of course. God's sake, it's Ray Phoenix and Lance Archer.
Yeah. Moving on to New Japan, and as we are talking tonight, it will be New Beginning in the USA, and Kenta is taking on Jon Moxley for the IWGP United States Championship. I kind of want to watch this match, probably not tonight, but the next morning.
I'm not watching this match tonight because it's at 3:00 a.m. in the morning.
No, thank you. Flips, you do it for us, buddy.
No.
Where's Toriano?
I watch NJPW for one person and one person only.
Grandmaster Wato. I think that's going to be just a fantastic match.
I do want to say, I went on to look and check when that was to make sure it was tonight. There's only actually 3 matches on that card.
What's the card?
You'll have to let me get it up, but there's obviously that's the main event for the IWGP US Heavyweight title. There is an opening 10-man tag between many people who can't be bothered. Oh, it's 8-man tag rather. There's people in it. There's some people in it. Go and look at. You can go on New Japan or watch it on New Japan World yourself if you want to.
We don't particularly keep up.
Match.
We don't particularly keep up with New Japan Strong, in all honesty.
Yeah. So there's an 8-man tag. There's Ren Narita versus Chris Dickinson, which I believe is obviously Ren Narita is a young lion, or was a young lion and is on like excursion at the moment. Chris Dickinson, I think, is a strong young lion. It's sort of like an American young lion. I don't know anything about the match, but that'll probably be decent.
Usually, young lion matches are decent.
And then there's the title match, and that's it for New Beginning USA.
Surely they're going to have something else on there.
Well, I don't know because there's nothing else announced. So all I can, and it's 20, 60-minute time limit. So I can only think it'll be like an hour and a half show.
Potentially, then, yeah, fair enough. And another New Japan show coming up is Castle Attack, Night 1 and Night 2 on the 27th and 28th. I don't know the card for it other than the triple threat match that we were just talking about. I'm assuming that Lulu is going to get up the card for us.
I do have the card up.
Excellent.
So Night 1 is pretty much just it's basically just a New Japan show card. So we've got like Yoshihashi Tanga. We've got some special singles matches. We've got Yoshihashi Tangaloa, Goto Tamatonga. We have, I believe, for the King of Pro Wrestling title, Toru Yano versus Chase Owens in a Toru Yano style Texas strap match. I have no idea what that is, but I want to watch it.
That's going to be the best. That's going to be great.
It is literally on this. Fourth match, no time limit. Provisional King of Pro Wrestling 2021 YTR style Texas strap match.
Why is it his style?
I don't know. That's what I want to know. I bet you the straps are like on the buckles or something like that. It'll be something stupid like that.
It's just a bunch of buckles like put together to make a strap.
The fifth match of Night 1 is Ishii Jay White, which I think will actually be the match of the night.
That's going to be match of the night.
Their G1 match was great, and also there's a lot more story going into this one. And then we have the main event, which is Okada Evil, which hasn't happened properly in a singles match since the New Japan Cup last year.
Before he turned
to Bullet Club, yeah.
Yes.
On Night 2, we have Cobb, Ospreay versus Kojima and Tenzan, which is a way for them to try and rescue the Empire from drowning in its mediocrity.
Oh, please.
We have a 6-man tag between Chaos and Bullet Club, which is just basically whoever was in the singles matches yesterday is in that.
Fair enough.
We have the heavyweight titles up for defense. So obviously that's the champions of DOD, Tangaloa and Tamatonga versus Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto. We have the never openweight belt up for contention between the champion Hiroshi Tanahashi and the challenger Great O'Khan. Come on, O'Khan.
Come on, O'Khan.
We have the junior heavyweight championship match, which we've discussed already, but that's Bushi, Despy, and Phantasmo for the vacant title.
Yep.
And then we have the sixth and final match for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship and only the Intercontinental Championship, Kota Ibushi versus Tetsuya Naito. So there is no heavyweight title match.
I've said this before to you guys, but I really want Naito to win just so they can continue the story that he absolutely despises the Intercontinental title. I just want to see what Naito will do. He's going to be so angry. Ooh. I think they need to split the titles, personally.
Either this is the final point and Ibushi basically goes, yep, I've won, I'm unifying them, and they become one belt, or they give it to Naito and keep them separate. That's the choice that they're facing here, basically.
It'd be interesting to see what they decide. We really will. But I think that's gonna be a good little 2-night show.
Also, I do want to say, I love the name Castle Attack.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a great pay-per-view name.
They have some really good pay-per-view names, New Japan. Like, this is like my first non-pandemic style like New Japan year. So this will be really, really interesting to get to learn some of the names and stuff.
We're in small pandemic hours now.
Yeah. We are on please God let this stop soon hours. Couple less pieces of news for New Japan. They've reconfirmed that they have a working relationship with CMLL after there was a bit of a disruption with the whole pandemic. So that's good to know.
They basically just released a press statement going, "Yeah, we still have this relationship. We've just not been able to do anything with it."
Yeah,
that was it. Because there were some people worried that they had stopped the CMLL partnership, but they haven't.
And the New Japan Cup has been announced for March 5th, but currently there have been no entrants announced at the time. I think that's just going to be another great tournament if they do the same as what they did.
I have a feeling, personally, that they'll probably get announced over Castle Attack. Who's in it?
Most likely. Either after Castle Attack or during Castle Attack.
Yeah, or there's the anniversary event on Thursday, the 4th of March. But saying that's the day before the New Japan Cup starts.
Yeah, they could probably do it getting some people in there.
Get a bit of hype. Bit of hype first.
And we do have a little bit of WWE news. We will keep these brief though, because again, we don't really keep up with WWE. The big one is Undisputed Era might be breaking up. Question mark, quite possibly. Adam Cole basically kicked Roderick in the dick. And
I punched him in the dick, actually.
He punched him in the dick.
I think that's semantics at that point.
Basically. Someone's dick is getting kicked.
Kyle the other week as well, I believe.
He did. It's sad. It's sad to see the Undisputed Era finally going their separate ways, but you've made a main eventer out of Kyle O'Reilly. Adam Cole was a made man as soon as he came into
Roddy's
NXT.
God. And Bobby Fish exists.
Bobby Fish just needs to stop getting injured. And looking at the Google Doc that everyone seems to be highlighting, Lacey Evans is pregnant. Yeah, congratulations to Lacey Evans. She was confirming it actually because do you guys know the story that they're doing on Raw?
No.
Oh no.
You're asking the three of us if we know what's happening on Raw.
So Lacey Evans has got very in with Ric Flair. And the idea is that Ric Flair is the dad of Lacey Evans' child. It's just a bunch of weird stuff. I just want to say congratulations to Lacey Evans and move on.
The 74-year-old isn't.
I think we just need to leave it where it is, Breaker, and just not touch it. Congratulations, Lacey Evans, though.
Yeah,
congratulations, yeah.
Yeah, and then just move along.
And a big news story for myself, because I quite like indie talent as much as you guys do as well. WWE have had their newest signing spree, and this time it's the biggest signing spree they've had in history, and they've signed 21 different independent stars. The three that I've picked out through just knowing them is Christian Casanova, who I've heard do quite a few good things on the independents. Taya Valkyrie, who if I recall, is the longest reigning Impact Women's Champion, or Knockouts Champion, sorry. And Bronson Rick Steiner, and who is Rick Steiner's son. So we've got a Steiner coming back to WWE.
They say all 21 signings are created equal.
You look at Bronson, you look at the rest of them. It's the wrong Steiner son. He's just his uncle. It'll do. But, I think out of those, Taya Valkyrie is going to be a really good acquisition there. But honestly, I think all 21 of them could hopefully have some really good careers. Good luck to all of them. Congratulations on getting there. And just to finish off, for UK-based viewers of the show, the wrestling convention for the love of wrestling has been postponed to a later date due to the restrictions currently in the UK. It was going to be in the mid of April 2020, which has now been pushed back to May of 2021, but there hasn't been a fully confirmed date. I know, Lulu, you've been looking at going, or you are going?
I have a ticket for this.
You hope to God.
Since April 14th, 2020. I also have a autograph for Kenny Omega that I paid £50 for. I still haven't got that refunded if he's not turning up yet. So I'd really rather like it if they announced the next day and if Kenny was coming or not.
I know I might try to go as well, see if there's any tickets still going. I don't know if people have like cancelled theirs or not. I wasn't initially going, but honestly, just to go to a wrestling convention, it sounds really fun. But that's the wrestling news. We're gonna break these up a little bit just to make it easier for ourselves. So that's the wrestling news. We're gonna go on to the anime news. So with that long wrestling segment out of the way, we're gonna move on to the anime and manga section, and also we're gonna throw in some film and TV news because there wasn't too much in that realm. So we're just gonna put all the visual media together. But the big one in the anime world is that the Crunchyroll Anime Awards were last week.
They were the
Beastars was robbed.
all right, settle down, the lot of you. All right, I have to. Basically, these guys are much bigger anime fans than I am. I have fallen off the wagon. I've only just started trying to watch JoJo's. That's how bad I am at watching anime. So I like you all go quiet to let that sink in. I'm scared. So I'm gonna be reading off the awards for them, and they're gonna give their thoughts and opinions on it, and I'm just gonna go, "You're right, guys. Great."
He's basically just gonna sit there and be like, "This is BS," and he'll be like,
Yes, cool, awesome.
We'll make sure to ask Ian for his thoughts on every single one of the animes we bring up. Don't worry.
But to give you guys an idea of our predictions, I haven't put mine up, but here are Breaker's predictions for the awards. Here are Lulu's predictions for the awards, and here are Phillips's predictions for the awards. You think I would
It's more of a prediction?
Prediction, yeah, as you can see. But we will start off with the anime of the year, which was won by Jujutsu Kaisen.
Close enough.
Cool. I realize this is going to be the Ian doesn't know how to say anime names. Great.
I'll be with you on that.
So yeah, Kaisen. Are we happy? Are we not?
No.
I haven't seen it, so I can't give a reaction to it.
I will, once we finish this, I will have a rant about why Jujutsu Kaisen should not have been anime of the year.
Have you seen it?
I have actually watched what's aired already.
Excellent. So yeah, we'll tease that for the end of the awards then.
Just like spoilers, Jujutsu was like voted like how many times? Like 10 times?
I heard that it got a lot of nominations.
It did, yeah. And it only won like twice, which is like kind of shocking.
It won 3, I believe, actually.
That's still a fair amount.
It is, yeah.
But moving on to Best Protagonist, which was Katarina Class?
I don't know. I've not watched My Next Life as a Villainess.
Yeah, she's from My Next Life as a Villainess. All routes lead to doom.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I've not seen it. And to be fair, I watched it with the Trash Taste stream, and they seemed pretty pleased.
Trash Taste boys like it.
Geeky Grapplers boys like Midori should have won. I can't pronounce the name, but Midori should have won. From Aizuken.
Oh yeah, from Keep Your Hands Off.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm just reading it. I'm not trying to flex. Best Antagonist was won by Ryomen Sukuna from Kaizen. Again, another Kaizen winner.
Genuinely surprised it wasn't an overhaul because
I thought it would be the MHA one.
Oh yeah, if there's a My Hero Academia one on there, I'd have expected that to win just from it being My Hero Academia.
It did win one of them. I can't remember. I think it was either voice acting or
Best Fight.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Shocking. That's more shocking, really, because I've heard the main praise I've heard for Jiu-Jitsu was the fight choreography.
Yeah, I would have thought that too.
Fair. Best Boy was won by Shoyo Hinata from Haikyuu.
Legoshi was fucking robbed.
Legoshi was robbed.
I quite like Haikyuu. I've read most of the manga.
No, Haikyuu's fine. Haikyuu's great.
It's not Legoshi.
All I'm gonna say is that Anos Volglad should not have been on there. He's literally the equivalent of people die when they are killed. He's the literal embodiment of that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Best girl was Kaguya Shinomiya from Kaguya-sama Love is War.
It should have been Kanamori, in my opinion.
Kanamori from Keep Your Hands Off.
Or no.
I can say I quite like this because I like Love is War. However, Gaunt on the Trash Day stream was very offended on behalf of the Rent-A-Girlfriend.
I just saw the Rent-A-Girlfriend got nominated and didn't win.
I'm like, okay, if you're going for best girl from Kaguya-sama, right? It's obviously Chika.
No, it's Hayasaka.
It's obviously Chika.
It's Hayasaka.
Oh no. Conflict in the Geeky Grapplers podcast? Whatever will we do? We will move on to the next award.
Oh no. Anyway.
Hey, look, it's all we can agree on.
It's the best opening sequence, and it's Wild Side by Ali from Beastars.
Yeah, that's perfect. It's one of the best LPs.
I have
no heard it. Go and listen to it, and then go and listen to it where they mashed it with Tank, the Cowboy Bebop opening, and Bloody Stream, the JoJo's OP2.
Ooh, that'd be really
we'll link
good.
that in the description.
We will now do that.
I will now go and find it.
How else have we got?
The best ending sequence was Lost in Paradise, again from Kaizen.
To be fair, that's the one I think it should have won. Because Lost in Paradise is really good. To be fair as well,
Radio Animal was pretty decent though.
Yeah, Beam Animal is good. I mean, Radio Animal is good.
Great
I think BNA deserves some more representation on the awards. I'm not gonna lie, they didn't get nominated as much as they deserved to.
Great,
but you know what's fine.
Yeah,
a lot of people did.
Really.
A lot of people got disappointed because they did want Freddie Mercury to win. Because Great Pretender did just use his cover of Great Pretender.
Fair enough. I was a bit surprised when I was like, wait, that Freddie Mercury?
Yes, that Freddie Mercury.
Yeah,
fair enough. Winner
He's still making music?
Technology's crazy, man. Seriously. Best Japanese voice acting performance is by Yuzuki Kobayashi, which was is that the name of the character or the name of the
That's the name of the VA.
That's the name of the VA who plays Subaru from ReZero. Okay, cool. Happy with that one. Do we watch the subs?
I haven't watched ReZero.
Yeah, I can't comment.
Flips, have you seen ReZero?
Nah.
Great. Good job, Kobayashi. You probably did good.
To be fair, he did go on with it. He did give like a little like acceptance speech like after it, and he seemed quite nice. I think he was there with the girl who's the voice of Echidna as well from ReZero. He seems like a fairly decent voice actor.
That's quite nice then.
I don't know which of the other ones I would have said to like say that person.
The one you voiced Kanamori is one I would be fine with winning.
Do you quite like keep your
yes, I do actually. It's made like, have you heard of the anime Devilman? It's made by the director of that.
I have not.
I might be wrong by that, but he's involved in this somehow.
Fair enough. Best voice actor performance for English is Zeno Robinson for Hawks from My Hero Academia.
Beastars was robbed again. Jonas Scott
was robbed, and this outrage should not stand.
This has Johnny in it. Johnny on Bosch, and I'm still.
We didn't even watch Beastars dubbed. We watched it subbed, but he does loads of like fan VA stuff, and he's really good.
Next time, we'll get him next time, boys.
I'm just saying he was robbed. He deserved it.
One for Breaker here. Best director was won by Masaki Yuasa for Keep Your Hands Off Aizoken.
Get in. Yes.
Nice. There we go. They got one.
Yes.
But I'm pleased with that. genuinely, the only reason he won that is because he's the one who has name recognition. Like, of all of these people, he's the only one anyone would be able to name.
Fair
it would
enough.
be like if you took that out and changed it to Hayao Miyazaki would have won.
Bold
That's the kind.
Bold of you to say anyone would be able to recognize it.
That's kind of. I was gonna say that. That's kind of. I kind of agree with him, but like at the same time, he kind of deserves it. Like, he's like relatively small, but
He's bigger than the rest of them, but they're still pretty small.
Yeah.
But then Keep Your Hands Off won Best Animation as well.
Yes, it deserves it.
Was Beastars also robbed?
I mean, okay. I think Beastars needed the animation style it did. Like the animation they had is the best animation they could have had for Beastars. But I get that it wouldn't be the best animation for anime in general.
I don't know, because my thing with it is Azukun is focused on animation. Like that's which is why it's got. That's why I believe it's won. Beastars is the first 3D anime that's done 3D anime right.
Not really. There's loads of 3D anime that are good, but just like it like did it well for what it had.
Are they like kind of pushing the boundaries of it?
Yeah, but when we're comparing it to something like Berserk 2016,
no, that's a low hurdle. There are plenty of good 3D anime.
Or the CG in Rising of the Shield Hero, or any of the other like mainstream ones. The only other mainstream one I can think that has CG is Attack on Titan.
No, but there are plenty more, but I just can't name them right now. There are plenty more like good ones. I think Saint Seiya's 3D sometimes. Have you ever heard of that?
A anime that I've not seen on this list at the moment, but has also won best character design is Mayuka Ito for Toilet Bound Hanako-kun.
I have not seen it.
The character design isn't awful. I wouldn't have minded seeing BNA here, but I get it.
That's what triggered though, so I'm surprised it wasn't.
Also, I think one of the things that they discussed on the Trash Taste thing was there are lots, and I do mean lots, of manga fans who like the manga for Hanako-kun. So that's probably pushed up the nomination, because obviously it's the similar designs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think I saw it in bookstore here once.
I'll put a picture up for it to.
It's cute. It's cute. I'll give it that.
Best fight scene was won by My Hero Academia, which was Deku versus Overhaul.
This is the most shocking one to me because I thought Jujutsu was going to win.
I thought Jujutsu Kaisen would win for this.
That was like the one that they should have won.
Or God at High School, because that has some really great fights, isn't it?
If I recall, I can't remember who it was, but didn't someone say that like God of High School made fights seem more like actual fights and not?
It was someone on Trash Taste.
I think it was Gaunt. I think where it was like it's not a case of take a punch monologue, take a punch monologue. It was just they just actually fighting like how you would.
Yeah, it's sort of. I think one of the things he compared it to was like Ruby, where it's like it was focused on the choreography.
Yeah,
because it is basically a martial arts anime.
Oh
well,
yeah,
like
so you absolutely
like old school Ruby or just like new Ruby, because like obviously it's most likely the old school Ruby.
I think it was comparing it to like Monty direction and choreography.
That's fair.
I personally was surprised. I thought either God of High School or Akadama Drive, however you say it, because that got really lauded for its fight scenes. I've not seen it, but I heard a lot about it online.
I'm surprised Sword Art. Speaking of which, as far as Sword Art Online got nominated.
Just nominated. I don't like it.
I can't comment because the fight scene couldn't have been good. I'm just surprised it's on there since God of High School got voted twice.
I was just noticed that. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, quite surprising there on that one. Best drama was Fruit Baskets Season 2.
I had to agree. The Beastars got robbed.
I've heard of Fruit Baskets, but I've not seen it.
It's a classic anime.
The classic anime. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I do want to say, I don't know how Japan Sinks got on this, because by all accounts, Japan Sinks was pretty crap.
Isn't that
By the way,
That's the
also
Earthquake.
by Mataki Yuasa.
That's the Earthquake anime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Japan Sinks.
You know what? I bet the reason why Beastars didn't get all the awards that it deserves is because of the scene that I showed you that was in the manga, but not in the anime, Lulu,
Oh yeah,
with Gohan.
yeah. Everyone just downvoting it because Gohan didn't get a machine gun out.
Yep.
I was really worried without the content. I was like, was this like a really like horrendous scene that they like shouldn't have put in? It's like, nah, he just didn't get his gun out.
Yeah, he didn't get to brandish like an LMG. And
Yeah.
it's a protest vote.
Yeah, he killed like hundreds of gang members with a machine gun, just like out of nowhere. It's great.
That sounds amazing. What the hell?
Also, to be clear,
Yeah, but
he's a panda.
But it's not in the anime, so I get why you maybe would you need to punish whoever decided
I would like to
put that in.
I really wish one of the things they would do as a category would be like best individual shot, because can you imagine the Shishigumi with a shot between Legoshi's jaw with Haru in the background? That absolutely should win.
Oh my god. Sorry, Flips has just cut up the picture. What is that? What? What? All right. I guess that's a thing. Oh my god. Moving on.
Let's move on to the next one.
Best comedy is Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
The first one I fully agree with, because season 2 was great.
I like
Yeah.
Sleepy Princess.
I like Sleepy Princess. It wasn't as good as Kaguya season 2.
I'm going to say again, Isaac can, but I'm glad Kaguya-san won.
Nice. All right. Kind of agree on that one. Nice. Best score was Kevin Penkin for Tower of God. Beastars got robbed.
Eh.
I like you saying it.
Actually, to be fair, Beastars doesn't have that strong of a score.
Right, fuck you,
Like,
Beastars.
Outside of the OP, and the ED, the music's pretty much just there.
I mean, some of the action scenes it's kind of decent, but
Yeah, but saying that, watching the Trash Taste stream, they actually know Kevin Penkin, so they were really pleased. There's a big wholesome moment.
We're showing our trash chest a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
They're the boys. They're our inspiration. Best couple is Nasa Yuzaki and Tsukasa Yuzaki for Tonikawa Over the Moon for You.
Okay. I think this is the most flawed category, because they picked the 6 different things, half of whom are not couples. Legoshi and Haru are not a couple by the end of the anime. Kaguya and Miyuki are still not a couple. And Chizuru and Kaguya are not a couple properly. So there's only 3. To be fair, this is like a wholesome choice.
Yeah, this just seems like the wholesome award, like reading it.
Yeah.
yeah, and obviously, if you want Beastars to actually win, what you would have done is you would have done Ruas and Legoshi. So, you know,
I guess
the thumb was on the scale.
Yeah, the Yuri couple as well, so it is like wholesome.
We had Best Fantasy. Oh, the last one, Best Fantasy, was won by ReZero, Season 2.
I'll be honest. Yeah, because I don't actually really. I've not watched any of the others.
I
don't watch
think
ReZero.
he draws for the one, but ReZero just can't be beat, really.
Yeah, you're not going to beat ReZero in terms of like scale on this.
Wait, there's a studio that's just called Nut.
Wait, what?
And with that, we finished the anime awards.
Yeah, that was the anime award.
I would like to say an omission, which I'm pretty surprised about, because it means Demon Slayer couldn't win anything this year.
Yeah,
They didn't do a best film.
Oh yeah. Wait, what films came out this year though?
Demon Slayer, Mugen Train, and that's it.
Yeah.
And the Bunny Girl Senpai film, which I've still not seen.
Oh yeah, that came out last year.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
So we've teased them long enough, Lulu. would you like to begin your rant for Anime of the Year?
Okay. Beastars was robbed, firstly. Right, let's establish that. The second is, Crunchyroll has this really bad problem with the Anime Awards, in that it picks one Anime of the Year, and it just means recency bias always wins. All it takes to win the Anime of the Year is to be a shonen that is mid-tier popular.
No,
Like-
I wouldn't say that. But
Well, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Step back for this.
Jujutsu Kaisen
No, because
wins this
even-
year. Demon Slayer won last year. My Hero won a few years ago.
I see your point, but I don't think it's just because they're shonen. Because like I heard people say that Jujutsu Kaisen's the new shonen boy at the food table, but like, and it already got compared to Boku no Hero and Naruto.
Also, to further thing with Jujutsu Kaisen hasn't finished airing. By the time these nominations finished, I think it had 6 or 7 episodes released. That's it. That's all that you had to go off
everything
of.
that's finished, isn't
This
it?
was the best anime of last year was 6 episodes.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense from an outsider's perspective.
Yeah, I will give you that.
That-
Yeah,
That's why it makes no sense to me, because it's like cutting off. Like, why is that not the cutoff? It
Everything
started
else is,
airing in December.
Yeah, that's an odd one. So what if I'm assuming then, if from like again not knowing any of these animes, I'm assuming from what you guys are saying, you would have liked Beastars to win Anime of the Year.
some of them. Yeah.
I absolutely think it should have been the Anime of the Year. Of all the ones that are up there, it's either that. They are all strong anime to pick. I don't know Apare Ranman, but they're all strong ones to pick. But Jujutsu Kaisen is too young in the thing. It's a 26 episode shonen, of
It's
which
still
only
new.
one has come out. Yeah, it's brand new. Which all that means is all the people who've got hype because it's coming out are going to vote for it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whereas
yeah.
Beastars finished literally 6-7 months ago. So you have the whole season. Yeah, exactly.
Um,
And
oh, go on.
the Hydra.
Well, after the mini rant, I think we need a bit of good news, don't we?
We got salt.
We
salty.
got the salt out.
Salt.
Let's have the
Yeah.
sweetness. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Season 2 is coming out in July 2021.
Yes. Yes.
I haven't
I'm
finished
so
watching.
excited.
I haven't finished watching season 1 because these guys were showing it me, and then I just kind of stopped watching. But I really enjoyed the episodes I watched, so I should hopefully watch the second season.
Yeah,
I
because it's
actually-
great.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah, you
really
should.
enjoyed it.
It's great.
The amount of Kana emojis I see on Discord is ridiculous, and I feel like I need to start getting the references eventually. This is literally my not like forget JoJo references. Literally, Kobayashi Dragon Maid references are the things that are the bane of my existence on Discord.
Kobayashi's the new JoJo.
Kobayashi is my JoJo's. Help
Holy
me.
shit, is that a fucking Kobayashi's Dragon Maid reference?
No, you're misunderstanding what Breaker is saying. He's not saying Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is JoJo's. He's saying Kobayashi herself is JoJo.
Oh, you're approaching me? I can't be a slice of life the shit out of you without getting any closer.
I can't make the shit out of you. We're getting closer.
Speaking of, I'm speaking of second seasons. The second season of Demon Slayer has been announced.
Are you going to try the Japanese name, Ian?
Kimetsu no Haiba.
Hyber?
Where did the H come from?
Hi, yai.
You almost got
Aiba?
that. You got that. You were actually close.
How
Oh,
close?
We were this close. We were on the edge of greatness.
What
This
was
close.
it? What was it?
You had to start, and then you
So for 2021 TV anime release, we have the Kimetsu no Yaiba Yukahen, which stands for Demon Slayer Entertainment District Arc. I've still not watched the first season of Demon Slayer. It got
It is
hyped.
good.
It's good.
It did.
It's good,
didn't-
but it's good in that it didn't get as hyped as My Hero did.
I will say it got too hyped. If you ask me, it's really good, but it got really too hyped.
Another piece of news from the Anime Awards is that the Zombieland Saga Revenge got a trailer shown.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody sounds excited.
You can tell how happy I was. I saw this.
We'll let you talk about it, man. You excited for Zombieland?
Yes, I am. I'll give you a breakdown. Girl dies, becomes a zombie, and this mad lad gets her and a couple of zombies to start idol group.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Why have I not heard of this?
Seriously, watch it.
In the second episode, there's a Hamilton-style rap battle.
Oh my god, yes!
I know.
That sounds amazing.
I watched that live, and like, oh my god, this is the best.
That's so
it's the best
cool.
idol show.
Another thing that was announced as well, I think Breaker's going to be enjoying this one, as it seems like in the notes, is that Tokyo Revengers has got an anime adaptation coming.
I know nothing about the show. I just learned it from the chat on stream. Apparently, it's just Erased, but if you've seen the Erased, but with delinquents. In fact, I got the synopsis right here. Allow me to read it out for you.
Okay, here we go.
Takemichi is a 26-year-old unemployed virgin who learns that the girl he dated in middle school, and the only girl he ever dated, has died. Then, after an accident, he finds himself in a time leap back to his middle school years. He vows to change the future and save the girl, and to do that, he aims to rise to the top of the Kanto, I'm probably saying this wrong, Kanto region's most brutal delinquent gang.
Oh, I guess that's a way to do it, I guess. I thought it would have been just like, stay with her and like, love her and that. But, you become a delinquent, I guess. That sounds like a good idea.
No, it's changing the future by facing delinquents.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah. Because, like, the plot of Erase was that the guy had a time skip, or I can't remember what it was called, but he had a time skip after he saw his mum die, and then he became a child again to like kind of change the future.
Right.
Change a lot of things.
I would just like to say, when I went and looked this up, because Breaker told me he wanted to like mention that it was getting an anime adaptation, I went and read the press release on my anime list, basically summarizing it. And the guy who's voicing the main character is the guy who voices the hyena from Beastars that's in that fight in the cafeteria from episode 2. I know, that guy.
So now I've got Lulu into it now.
Wow.
It's Shin Yuki, who was Lyceon, which is I'll show you. They actually just put this is who he was in Beastars. This guy.
This means nothing to me.
I know.
Oh, you can't forget that guy. It's that guy.
It's that guy. Johnson Smith.
Hey.
He's always been there. He's always.
Oh wow.
He's like one of the most poor people like in season 2, but it's fine.
I'm sorry for the boy guy who voiced him, but yeah, that guy.
To kind of finish off the anime news, ProZD is releasing a Refrigerator Senpai figure from one of his anime skit series through YouTube's, and all it says here, it's from available March 5th, and I think it looks really cool. This is from Lulu.
Yeah.
Here it is. They have put a picture of it. Cool. Nice. And Flips is super cool too, as has just been added to the notes. We're also going to just quickly bring in the films and TV into this section as well. Spider-Man No Way Home was announced as the title of the third MCU Spider-Man movie with a Christmas 2021 release window. Go for it, lads.
You like the word home a lot. I've noticed in these films.
What this obviously is leading to then is Spider-Man Home Alone.
Surely it's Spider-Man small loan of $1 million. Property development.
Jesus.
Spider-Man phone home.
Phone home. Yeah, I have no opinion on this. I have not seen any of the Spider-Man movies.
You've not seen any of the MCU movies, Ian?
I have not seen any of the MCU movies. So can we move on quickly, please? I don't want to die.
Just imagine it, though. Imagine, though, like Spider-Man, but with Macaulay Culkin.
I want to. That sounds amazing. The last and only other base of news from film and TV is that Disney Plus have announced a bunch of release dates. We have got Loki, which is being premiered on June 11th. We've got Star Wars: The Bad Batch on May 4th, and Monsters at Work on July 2nd.
Doesn't that Family Guy as well now?
Yeah, Family Guy is on it.
Yeah, Family Guy.
Oh, haha. Get it? The Star Wars thing's being released on May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
I didn't even notice
Such
that.
banter.
God damn it.
Banter.
Any opinions on any of these three announcements?
I just want to add on to the Spider-Man thing that, I'm something of a home defense expert myself.
Oh man, this has been great.
I honestly forgot Loki was going to happen.
Yeah, I genuinely, of the three those were the three that I actually thought were worth watching. That's why I put them on.
What's the Star Wars Bad Batch about? What's that about?
It's like the Clone Wars animated. It's about a set of clones. I don't know when it's set. I can't remember, but it's by the same people who make Clone Wars. So I'm presuming it'll be pretty decent.
Somebody watched that new season of Clone Wars.
Monsters at Work is a sequel to Monsters Inc. in like a TV show form.
Seriously?
And, yeah, genuinely.
Yes, I love Monsters.
And wait, is it taking place after Monster U, or like is it Monster Inc.
After Monsters Inc. It's after Monsters Inc. And then Loki is it's Tom Hiddleston. He's great. I'm glad to see him back in the role.
I'll take your word on it.
You when Ian's seen the MCU, you'll understand why.
You probably joined the fangirls.
Honestly, probably. But that's it. Anime, manga, film, TV.
He's gonna call her a fangirl.
Yeah. That's how we end. That's how we end this segment.
That's how he's going to decorate his Tumblr page.
All right, you guys thought those two segments were long. Get ready for the video game section. So last Wednesday, it was the Nintendo Direct event. Oh boy, a lot was announced. You all three of you watched it, didn't you?
Yes.
Cool. I was not there.
It was like the first direct hour of how many? I think it was ages since the last.
Hasn't been a full direct since 2019 because they did mini direct in 2020.
Right. Well, we'll start off with the Smash news. Might as well get it out the way. Pyrrha and Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 are the newest fighters coming to Smash Bros.
Wait.
Wow, great.
I mean,
more human sword fighters.
Yeah.
Boy, Smash fans. Anyway,
they're coming out March.
I will say that this actually got me interested in the Xenoblade games because I actually just bought Xenoblade 1.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll love to talk about it on Free Up Sales Rep at some time, and not right now.
Oh yeah, an hour long. A segment that's supposed to be 10 minutes. Talk about it for an hour.
I finished a 70-hour game last week.
Yeah.
It is actually 70 hours. So.
I would like to say that I'm glad that Mr. Sakurai is letting us know that he's played other games besides Fire Emblem Free House.
I'm gonna say people still complain about that because then again, Smash fans. So
honestly, could you imagine Fire Emblem getting 2 more fighters?
I actually would want that, to be honest. Who else?
I wanted 2B. I really want 2B in Smash.
Do you think Soul Calibur? What do you...
There's also a new Legend of Zelda, Zelda Skyward Sword. Oh no, it's not a new one, is it? Sorry, it's a HD remaster of Zelda Skyward Sword coming to the Switch.
Going for $60 again. An old game going for £60 again.
Exactly. It's coming out July 16th of this year, and they're also releasing a pair of Legend of Zelda themed Joy-Cons. Here they are. Honestly, these are really pretty. I actually kind of want them. They look really nice.
I want the Joy-Cons more than I want the game.
Honestly, yeah. I've not played Skyward Sword.
I want both.
Has anyone played Skyward Sword before?
I have. I think it's a good game.
Yeah? Alright,
Yeah.
Fair enough. I
think the fact it's on Wii will probably make it better because it's not motion controls.
Yay!
Yeah, it's fair.
Splatoon 3 has been announced for next year. Here's a picture that I remember Lulu asking me to put up.
As Archie Game put it, war never changes.
No, you gotta say like a squid.
Okay, Ian, I think we lost it.
Has anyone played the Splatoon games? Because I've never really wanted
I played
to
the
try
first
them.
one. I played the first one, but that's it.
Fair
I've
enough.
not played it.
I'm surprised they've been able to make 3 out of Splatoon, to be quite honest.
It's a popular game.
It's weird because it started off not popular. Well, it started off really popular, then it dropped off, and then it got really popular again. And now it has. I think
I played the online for that.
really got the competitive multiplayer and like the esports crowd.
Yeah.
It'd be like if we got like Arms 2 and all of a sudden like
Mario's got a new game. Mario Golf Super Rush, coming out June 25th of this year. It's Mario Golf.
Again,
Buy it.
It looks pretty. It does look. Hey, buy for Cowboy Wario.
Cowboy Wario.
Yeah, in his
A
house.
true hero in our hearts.
I'm a cowboy, baby. Wah.
That's for Waluigi, but we'll give you that.
Yeah, that's wow. Call him up, partner. Wow.
No More Heroes 3 coming out August 27th. I have heard nothing about it.
It got delayed last year because of thingy COVID.
Ah, sweet. I mean, not
It
sweet,
finally
but
got and then date as well.
excellent.
I know Break is very excited for it.
I am because I checked the eShop again and it still hasn't got the date on it. I was like, no, do not delay it again. Do not do this.
My boys,
Do not
don't
do
you
this.
dare. Don't do this to me.
We need Travis back.
But when the world needed him most, he vanished.
Yeah.
I
That's
believe-
little plot. That's little plot. No More Heroes 2. So, like the beginning of it, at least.
I believe this is a new IP coming, Neon White.
Yeah.
It seems very interesting. I believe we know that it's the voice actor is Steve Bloom,
Yes.
is
Yeah.
Spike from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. Literally-
And Negan from Summer Trampoline.
Yeah. You literally, I would have not watched this trailer if not for the fact that it started off with Steve Bloom talking in the like full-on Spike voice. I'm just like, okay, I'm watching it now.
I
So kind of
I
like
would still play.
fighting FPS.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, I still would have played, watched it even if it didn't have Steve Bloom. But Steve Bloom actually did help the like eye-catching nature of it.
Fair enough. Another
See you in
new one.
Space Heaven.
Another new one coming out is Knockout City, which, as Lulu has put it in his notes, dodgeball Fortnite with that pixel princess that's become a meme. Which
Yeah,
pixel
it's
princess?
on the game.
Yes,
Actually, it's not pixel.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it that? Oh, is that one that everyone was like, "Why does this look so good, and why is it not in the game?"
yes.
Yeah. Like, she was a good part of that trailer, and they just took out the part when she was a character.
That's so bad.
Well, EA.
Alright.
It's everyone.
Dodgeball Fortnite, I guess. But okay. We got World's Ends Club, which is from the Danganronpa devs. I know a couple of friends who will probably be really excited for that coming out at some point this year.
What caught me was how it looks like Pokemon trainers in Danganronpa world. That's what got me.
That sounds really interesting. Danganronpa is one of those series that I've heard so much about that I'm basically going to end up playing it eventually. The same with like Persona.
You should, yeah.
Danganronpa makes me sad.
It is a sad
Why?
No one say anything. Just let Ian find out. Let Ian
It's
find
fine. It's fine. Yeah.
I
damn.
personally am waiting for the like sequel prequels for Shaun of the Dead Club and Hot Fuzz Club.
God damn it.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Hades is getting a physical release on the Switch on March 19th. You'll get a game copy, a download code for the OST, and a 32-page character compendium. I've watched a few people play Hades, and it looks incredible. It looks so fun.
It looks like it's worth the hype. It's like one of those
really
games.
Does. It really, really does. The main character is so funny. He's so like witty. It's brilliant. I really enjoyed watching people play Hades. I should play it myself, but I'm very bad at games like that.
Has anyone played it here?
I have not. Flips, have you played Hades?
I don't even know what it is.
Excellent. Honestly, you should probably check it out. It's quite fun. It's quite fun. Another last bit of news from the Nintendo Direct was that Animal Crossing have added Super Mario items, and there's also a Sanrio pack of amiibo cards that was announced today. Today is today, as new additions with 6 new villagers. I don't know the 6 villagers off by heart.
No, I the one that seems to be falling over is Marty.
Marty, I don't know a Marty. We only have eyes for Chai, apparently. As
Chai is the cutest one.
Lulu will not let us disagree with this. He has us at gunpoint for this. So please like Chai.
I also like in the notes it says, when are we getting Agretsuko in Animal Crossing?
Oh yeah, I would love that. That would be so good.
That's from Sanrio, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, if Sanrio's partnering with Nintendo on one thing.
Oh,
yeah. Did you not know that?
No, I didn't.
Characters.
Oh, that's
Can you
cool.
imagine Hyder on your island?
Oh my god, I just want all of them, please.
I just want Retsuko to sing death metal with you in a karaoke
He's so good. Oh my god, that's great.
Retsuko and KK just sing a duet.
KK Slider, Retsuko duet. Hell yeah.
Yes.
And the joy.
Someone make that mashup.
The joy of recording the podcast today is that Pokemon Direct was today as well.
Well, it's not Pokemon Direct, it's Pokemon Presents, but it's basically a Direct.
It's basically a Direct.
I did put it as Pokemon Direct, don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. On my notes, the introduction was really nice. It made us very nostalgic for something that we don't have much nostalgia for. I mean,
I have nostalgia.
That was for me.
I have a ton.
Yeah, that was my note.
Sorry, that was Lulu not having a lot of nostalgia for Pokemon.
Also, it was very laggy for some reason.
Like, it was.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, I hadn't played a Pokemon game properly until Sword and Shield. I have Shield, and I've played an hour and a half of it. I think I played half an hour of one of the ones on the DS that my brother owned. Flips and Breaker both have Pokemon as their PFPs on Discord, so this is a conversation that I can't really add.
Pokemon Diamond was my very first Pokemon game.
Pokemon Pearl was my first game, and wouldn't you know it, Flips, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. They are remaking Diamond and Pearl.
I was going to say, you whippersnappers. My first was Emerald.
Oh, get out of here, Grandpa! Diamond and Pearl's here to stay!
Wow. Our Pokemon was pixelized.
I like the one with the Lulu.
Get out of here, Gen Z.
Zoom,
you bloody Zoomers.
So, what did you lot think about that new art direction it was going for?
I've not seen it. I'm just super happy that Diamond and Pearl are getting remade.
It looks interesting. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
It doesn't look any different to me, so...
Now I just need to wait for the Black and White remakes, because Black and White are my favorite games.
Jesus. Oh my god. Yeah, we are very happy for Diamond and Pearl.
I feel a lot of mixed reception to how it looks. Like, it's all... Instead of pixels, it's like chibi. It's like a chibi anime style, but like with massive heads and really small bodies.
I don't care.
Mind it, actually.
I don't care.
I think it looks alright.
No. Like, when you can think about, like, the original, like, sprites, like the overworld sprites, that makes a lot of sense. Like,
yeah, they look chibi anyway.
Yeah.
My main problem with it thinking about it, I did play Pokemon Yellow on a Game Boy once. Does that count?
Stop trying to fit in with
Okay, you played your granddad's Game Boy. That's good. Okay, Zuma.
I'm trying to get you.
My main problem with how it looks is how it looks so bright and like I know it's like pre-alpha game, but it looks so bright. Obviously the battle models look alright, but like everything else just looks really bright and not shaded.
I'll go back and watch it at some point tomorrow, probably while I'm editing this. And I'll give a view on it at some point.
It was like an 18-minute presentation, half of which was the opening.
It was just like a look how awesome Pokemon is.
And the other half was the stream dying midway through.
We also had Pokemon Legends Arceus, which we're kind of guessing is a Breath of the Wild style open world Pokemon.
It looks
like it. It's a new Pokemon engine, basically.
I really like the sound of that.
I thought it was gonna be Platinum because that was kind of in the middle of Diamond and Pearl, but it's just like its own thing, really.
Yeah, that sounds. I was gonna say it sounds like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but that's not open world at all.
No, it's not. Even I know that.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. I think it's one that we're going to need to see more of before
they hired that guy for. Sorry.
Opinion on it, basically.
They hired the guy who did the Unreal Engine for Mario to Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a joke. That's not
I thought you were serious.
I mean, have you not seen that meme where game company hired this man on YouTube?
No, I haven't. You'll have to send it me. You'll have to send it me later.
Yeah.
Is that about it for Pokemon news?
Yeah. In regard to the first thing, the introduction, as I said, I have not grown up with Pokemon at all. Right, like I knew of it more than I ever was into it. Same with wrestling and like anything else like that. I was aware, never like involved in it. It did genuinely like make me nostalgic for something I've not experienced.
That's really good filmmaking. Seriously good.
It really is.
The problem with it is how they do it all the time, but like this one was kind of better than the Sword and Shield one.
But that's kind of the thing, is because they know that they're using your childhood to be like, oh yeah, I remember this game, and it nostalgia sells. It does. It's just how it works. That's why Disney. Disney remakes everything, because nostalgia. Like
I was gonna say, it's like how last year was like the year of remakes. How everything from your childhood was getting remade.
Yeah, honestly, you are so correct. But some more gaming news. We have Evil Genius 2 coming out March 31st. Apparently there's a collector's edition to that, and Lulu is definitely considering getting it.
I put this in because it's Evil Genius. The original Evil Genius came out in 2004.
Wait, Evil Genius, is that the one where you play as villains?
As an Evil Genius?
Yes.
Is it? Oh my god, I haven't played that game in years. They're making a second one?
Yep, it's out in literally under a month. It's 17 years later. It's the same as the original, basically, but better and improved with the graphics.
I'm sold. Evil Genius was great.
What was it like?
It was originally, I can't remember, but it's now owned by Rebellion, the people who make the Sniper Elite games.
Ooh, okay.
I'm now trying to find who made the original Evil Genius.
I couldn't tell off the top of my head.
It was by Vivendi. It was developed by Elixir Studios, who were bought out by Rebellion, and the IP was brought out by Rebellion, who have then made it into a thing.
Oh man, I literally just talking about nostalgia, and I've just talked about a game that I haven't played since I was like 9.
Do you want some even better news from that?
Go for it.
Red Ivan from the original is one of the supervillains, voiced by Brian Blessed.
Oh my god, yes!
Right,
I'm sold. Where do I put my credit card details?
Well, I tell you that, on the Rebellion store, they have the collector's edition for discounted, 10% off on that, and there's a 5% code extra, so you can get 15% off it. So it's just about £70 odd. You get the Steam key, and you get a Maximilian statue.
Ooh.
And a physical magazine about the game as well.
Oh, that could be really interesting. I have to maybe consider getting that as well.
I'll get a picture for the podcast.
Thank you very much. Oh my god, Evil! I'm so I'm floated where I'm like, Evil Genius. Oh my god!
Did you not realize it was that one?
No, I didn't realize until it just clicked in the back of my head. Oh wait, that game.
It's that
This
evil
is
genius.
Million stuff.
Yes, I really like that. That's really nice.
And this is the cover with the massive digital download thing.
Ooh. Oh god, even the cover looks like the original. Oh,
I know.
no. I'll have to get a picture of the original as well, because I'm so excited for that.
I think you got Ian more excited than you are right now.
That's so cool. But I will move on. There's still a couple more things to talk about, and then we're nearly done with the news. Oh my god. All it says here is Nier and Square Enix. Breaker and Flips, it's all yours.
Nier is the best game ever.
It is, yeah. I'm so happy.
What's the
I'm so happy
news?
because
What is actually the news?
They're remastering one of the Nier Gift Soul on the original PS3, and they got the old voice actors as well, which I am so happy for.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
So is it Nier Replicant, the remaster?
Yeah.
Nier is again one of those game series where I'm like, this sounds really good. I just haven't played it.
You need to play Nier. I mean, if you're going to play one, Automata, I think is my favorite.
Which is the one that's on PS4?
Automata.
Automata. I probably am going to play Automata then, because I'm more likely to play it if it's on PS4.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm
The
Sony fanboy. I'm not getting a PS5 yet. Well, okay.
Yeah.
You need PS5 to get the new Final Fantasy 2 thing. What I heard. I'm not sure if anyone here played Final Fantasy 7.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game.
Basically, Yuffie's coming back and just 2, and like you need the PS5 to actually get to play with her.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's kind of like the virtual DLC for DMC5 all over again.
Jesus.
Like,
buy a console if you can.
Graphics is coming to PS5.
The last few pieces of news. We're back to wrestling. We've come. Oh wait, no, we aren't. No, we're not. Go back. Look, break and go.
Say, can I tell you the title of the Nier game?
Go for it.
Nier Replicant version 1.2247. That's the title.
Why? That's like Kingdom Hearts levels of like title making.
I love it.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Kingdom Hearts remixed 1.5.
No, Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days is still going to be my favorite.
I've not played a Kingdom Hearts game. This is going over my head.
I can't wait to talk about our favorite games ever.
Wait, Lulu, didn't I show you the Unraveled?
No, you didn't show me the Unraveled of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, I'll show you. Don't worry. Okay.
We should show you the Barry Kramer a good enough summary of Kingdom Hearts. I think you'd really enjoy that. I think that's how I caught up with Kingdom Hearts. But we've come full circle. It is very impossible. We've come full circle, guys. We made it back to wrestling. Whoa! AW Games made another video yesterday. Apparently, there wasn't too much.
I have some opinions on this.
He has some opinions on this. They showed off Foley work for the console game, a little bit of footage from the GM mode, and from what it says on here, the AW Casino Double or Nothing launched today.
Yeah, apparently. I'll check now if I can download it.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy said, give me a big deal how it's coming out today.
No, I can't. It's not on the App Store.
Okay, so it's meant to come out today. It's not out just yet. Are any of us?
Probably in America.
Are any of us actually wanting to download AW Casino?
Not
really into poker.
I mean,
not really into poker, so no.
I mean, I might just to try it out, but like just for the podcast to be like, hey, I tried it, and it's, I don't know.
It's poker.
It's poker.
Shocking.
I'm not very good at poker.
I've never played poker, so my interest is already out. What got me is like how the only thing they technically showed up the game that everyone, not to be rude, but everyone cared about was the Utes game was just the Foley work.
Yeah, it was literally just them doing like this is how we made the going for a table sound. This is how we did the DDT sound. Whatever like that.
That's really interesting.
That was
It's interesting, but they should have showed some gameplay like to go with it, not just like people going through doing the sounds.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Because
also my favorite thing was just Cody just like chilling outside with a coffee, just like, yeah, they're doing some sound work. That was it. It's like Cody was in like 5 seconds, being like, yeah, they're excited. Like sipping his coffee.
He just wants to be in there, man. He just wants to be involved.
I guess speaking of hosts, Kenny and I forgot.
Brandon Cutler.
And like Kenny sounded like he just woke up. It was really weird.
Really did.
Yeah.
Sure, he's just playing character.
No, it was like he really sounded like he just woke up.
Fair enough.
He was like slurring like this. Hey, let's check out this game. It's coming out. It's coming out today. Like stuff like that.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I would say, I do just want to add that I forgot something from the TV and film that applies to me. So I do want to just like slot this in at the end.
Yeah, we will do. I'm kind of avoiding AEW games at the moment, kind of on purpose, because I kind of don't want to hype myself on the AEW game, because I think I'm going to buy it regardless, but I don't want to have expectations of it.
I think that makes sense.
I'm
won't get too hyped, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not someone who gets I'm not someone who gets too hyped for a game. Remember Evil Genius 2?
Like 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah. How Ian changes his mind in 5 minutes. But no, in all seriousness though, I'm very excited for the AEW game, regardless of when it comes out and if I know anything about it. But what's the film news? Breaking news.
It's actually TV news. Frasier's getting rebooted.
Ooh, I've not seen it.
For some reason. I don't get why. If only for Paramount Plus, Fab. Why?
Wait, what's getting rebooted?
Frasier. Why?
I've never watched it.
Why is Frasier getting rebooted? Why?
Why Paramount Plus?
I love Frasier. Why?
What is Frasier again? Is that like a sitcom?
It's a sitcom with Kelsey Grammer's character from Cheers, and then Frasier Cray. From like, and it's about him in Seattle and his life, and like his interactions with his brother Niles, who's played by David Hyde Pierce, his like dad, who's passed away now. So the person who played him, John Mahoney, passed away in 2018. So obviously he won't be in the new series. So I don't really get why they're doing it. Kelsey Grammer. Yes, Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer's the only person confirmed for it so far.
It's gonna be a great show.
Kelsey Grammer played Frasier straight for 22 years.
God.
Oh, 20 years straight, because he played it from 1982 to 1993 in Cheers, because Cheers went for 11 series.
Yeah.
And then he played it from basically however long extra. So I think it was 1992 to 2003 for Frasier. So he's played Frasier for 22 years, right?
That's gonna be.
And he's coming back as Frasier again.
Kind of like that Will and Grace reboot that was announced, because I think they have everything back for that one as well. I'm not sure if you know Will and Grace.
No, I don't.
It's kind of like it's not like Frasier, but like just a sitcom about a gay guy and a woman who's like I'm sharing an apartment with him.
Oh,
I'm not even being homophobic, but that's actually the plot. There's like.
Okay, yeah, I'll take your word for it. Don't worry.
It's basically like a reboot, like basically like Fraser. It's got everyone. I think everyone in it, even like the guy from Friends in it.
All right. Well, we made it. We made it to the end of the news. My God, let's never miss a week again. Jesus. But yeah, wow, so much news, so little time. But we have more time to fill, so on to the free ep sales rep. So as we've said before, this is going to be a bit of a different podcast. So that was mainly the news, was the main section this time. But we are still going to talk about the other free segments that we do, starting with, of course, free ep sales rep. This time it is Flips on the podium. As to give people a refresher on what goes on here. Flips is going to have 90 seconds to basically pitch us a thing. Could be a movie, a TV show, a game, whatever. It could be absolutely anything. And he's got 90 seconds to try and persuade us. We then get to ask some questions about it, and we'll say whether we will recommend it or not, and whether you guys will watch it as well. So Flips, without further ado, Lulu, is the timer ready?
The timer is ready.
The timer is ready.
You may start in 3, 2, 1, go.
So, today what I'm bringing to this table is a Netflix show called Aunty Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun, starring comedy group. It's a comedy trio, I should say, Aunty Donna. So, if you like comedy, specifically a kind of Monty Python, Tomska-esque, very out there, very energetic, very random, if you would, type of comedy, this is the one for you. It has 6 episodes as of right now, in season 1, and it has cameos from people like Weird Al Yankovic, Christian Shaw, and Awesome Kong, actually, in one of the episodes.
Oh.
It's not necessarily a single coherent plot as much as it is a bunch of skits loosely related to each other, but still it's an amazing watch. And I laughed at every single episode. So, yeah. I think we called early, actually. That's about it.
20 seconds left on the clock.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, so I had to laugh myself. I'm very sorry. I haven't seen Aunty Donna at all. I feel like that's like swearing at you right now. So,
Well, no. I didn't see it until recently, and it was amazing, and I wish I'd seen it sooner.
So, if for people like me who don't know who Aunty Donna are, do you have more information on who are Aunty Donna and why is that house so much fun?
So Aunty Donna is a group from Australia, and it's Mark Bonanno, Bronan Kelly, and Zachary Ruane, I think. And they just do skit comedy, and they are very, very similar in kind of the like out there absurdist humor that people like.
Yeah.
I mentioned Tomska and Monty Python have. It's very. Sometimes the joke, like the premise of the joke itself, is the funniest part.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah, I mean, I love Monty Python and Tomska, so I'm immediately sold. I mean, breaking Lulu, you've got.
Well,
I've seen Aunty Donna. I've seen the Netflix show and YouTube show.
What'd you say, sorry, Raker?
I've seen both the YouTube and the Netflix.
Oh, you've seen them already.
I didn't know you'd seen it.
There we go.
Yeah, Aunty Donna has a YouTube channel, and because they used to do live performances and have like online skits, and they are also amazing.
Yeah, great.
My only exposure to Aunty Donna was the Tom Scar where they played Muffin Time, which I think you've seen, haven't you, Ian?
Yeah, I watched it with you, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I did, yeah.
Well, they pitched Aunty Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun very frequently. And that's
an understatement.
23 times. But yeah, I liked them in that, so I would definitely give it a watch. Which I already have done because I watched it with Flips.
Yeah.
God damn it! Not again!
Ian, you're the only one who hasn't.
Why have you forsaken me? Why am I the only one who doesn't see the funnies?
Why haven't you seen it?
I think you would like it though. It's just a fun watch.
Yeah, if you're describing it as Tom Scar and Monty Python, then I'm immediately sold. That'll be a fantastic watch. I mean, is there anything else we can add to it? Like, is there a particular episode that you like?
I'll add a question then.
Go on.
Who is the best of the trio, and why is it Broden?
Broden. He plays. I don't know if you're familiar with the term straight man in like comedy.
Yeah.
He can play that, and he can play it really, really well.
Right.
He also has the best voice because it
I
can.
guess he has the
can
best
voice the most. I do like Zach as well. Zach's got a good Zach does the dress up skits more. I feel like he does those the best of the three.
He prefers the dress up. Is there a particular episode out of Big Hole's House of Fun that's like a particularly good one, or is it just a case of just watch them all in one?
They're all really good. I would recommend you watch them in order because there's callbacks to previous jokes, and it's amazing. What's my favorite? My favorite might be the dating one or the Olympics one. The Olympics one is the one with Awesome Kong.
I thought Night was the best one personally.
Night was really good.
I thought the quiz show one was the best.
Wow, that's
also,
like 4 of the 6 immediately. So
they're only 20 minutes long. So
oh wow, I'll have time to actually watch them.
Also,
the first one's also really good. So
yeah, all of them are really good. I will say as well, probably my favorite joke that I've never seen anyone else do is the mannequins, where if one of them's in the skit in 2 places, they'll just put a mannequin that looks sort of like them in their place.
Yeah.
And you just don't see it coming the first time, because I think Zach is in 2 places at once. So at one point, it just cuts back to all 3 of them, and it's just like a white mannequin with a wig that sort of looks like Zach's hair and the same shirt.
That's great.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm immediately sold. It's quite obvious that Lulu and Breaker are also sold on it. They've watched the damn thing. So yeah, a nice, short, quick 3-ep sales rep. I mean, I think it's safe to say to the audience, go watch Aunty Donna's Big Old House of Fun. And yeah, wow.
Also, the ending songs were unique for every episode.
Oh,
and I really like that. It was
cute.
They basically just take the piss with it as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing. I can't
And
wait.
they're Australian.
That, yes.
Apart from Zach, who's a Kiwi.
Bloody Kiwis. Well, after that nice, quick, short one, we are now going to be doing the merch. We've had 3 weeks to buy merch, so hopefully you guys got something. Maybe, I don't know. Did you? Let's start with Flips. Did you buy any
we're
merch?
always starting with flips. Well, okay. Here's the thing, Ian. Right? I am an authentic gamer, right?
Yes.
I love eating junk food and playing classic games. Do you think you're a certified gamer? Just fragging, get down, power up, gaming all day, max stats, esports, RAM.
Did you buy any merch?
This is the shirt I've gotten.
Wait, what? It's an actual shirt.
Yeah.
This is
amazing.
And so this is from a episode of Unravel, so it's a Polygon merch.
So
And
good.
if you wear a blazer, right, over the shirt and you button it, you get a little nice V section of the graphic where it says, "I love eating ass." Do you?
Oh my god.
You're regretting
That's-
taking clips first, aren't you?
Right. How are we going to come
Thanks,
and follow
thanks,
that up?
thanks, Brian.
Can't top this.
Thanks, Flips. Lulu, you're following up that. It's your job.
I bought AEW figures. What do you expect?
Oh, look, bro, this is an intervention now. Like you gotta stop, man.
I have 15. Don't
The
Yeah.
children are hungry.
You cannot stop me.
Cut you off.
Children are temporary. AEW figures are forever.
Which ones have you got this time?
I have. I will say as well, my brother got his first one because I bought all of these together. I have got. I have to remember now. Pac, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, and another one that I forgot.
Matt Jackson.
Matt Jackson. Yes, the other book. Yes, the older, younger book.
Yes.
Yeah. I got those. My brother also got Orange Cassidy, so I had possession of 2 Orange Cassidys as well at one point.
Whoa. I wish I had Orange Cassidy. Anything else? Any spicy new merch, or are you just spending all your life savings on figures?
I I think I've got some anime figures coming at some point, but I think the pre-orders got pushed back. So
Okay, so we'll keep you updated on that one.
yeah, and I'll get to gush about Mai at some point.
Breaker, any merch for these last 3 weeks?
Well, get a load of this. I have nothing.
Wow! Don't you love a good bit of nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagination.
So for myself, last week was my birthday. Surprise! I'm full of surprises on these episodes.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Wow! I'm 21 now. Oh, adulthood's going to kill me.
No, it's not. Wrestling is.
Let's not talk about that.
Jesus.
So, I did get some wrestling merch for my birthday. I also got the Pac AEW figure. He is very nice. I also got the WWE 2021 annual, because my parents always buy me an annual, and they bought me the WWE one, and I read through it, and it's an annual. What else do you expect from it? It just has quizzes and crosswords and spot the differences. It's just a kid's annual. I did all of them in 2 days.
I'm shocked they still make annuals. Really.
I'll do an episode one day where I get you to take like they have like a Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and NXT UK quiz. I'm gonna get you to do all of them as the main topic one day.
As my university did on University Challenge, I shall object and just answer Leon Trotsky for every single answer.
Fair enough.
Wait, is it recent NXT Raw and SmackDown, or like ancient?
A bit of both, actually. It's kind of like classic, and it's a good quiz. Okay, I did them all. Okay, but yeah. Also, to update, literally 2 episodes now, the Brody Lee shirt is finally here. Here's a picture of me wearing it, because I was very, very excited when it came here. But there was a bit of a. Do you want
to tell them the story, Ian?
Yes, I've told Lulu the escapades of me trying to get this damn shirt.
Not technically. Technically, you just told me a thing, and then another thing happened. But it doesn't mean I know the whole story.
So I was lying in bed, and I was like, I should have had my Brody Lee shirt by now. Like, I knew that given the pandemic, it would probably take a little bit longer than usual. But they put on their website, on Pro Wrestling Tees, it would take about 9 to 21 days. So I thought, how long has it been since I ordered it? I ordered it on January 14th. So it had been 42 days since I'd ordered, and it said that it shipped. So I emailed the support team to be like, hi, just making sure that my parcel might have been like lost, or I couldn't get the tracking number to work, and they were just like, oh, okay, just send us your details of your address, and we'll try and figure it out. I said, oh, that's okay. I go to work the next day. I come home and I look on the kitchen table, and it's there. It showed up the next day as soon as I'd emailed them saying, where's my shirt?
I'd like to point out that Ian told me this the night before when he'd emailed them. And I said, it's going to turn up tomorrow because you've done that. And then it did. We couldn't have asked for a more perfect scenario.
Oh my god. I felt so embarrassed sending them the email. Give me 1 second. Just talk for a little bit. I'm going to find the email they sent me back after I sent my apology.
Hey, Flips, have you actually tried wearing it with a blazer? Your shirt?
Yeah, it does indeed work.
that madman, Brian David Gilbert. Thank you. Is this good conversation to cover you, like, scrolling your email?
This is very good. I can't find it. I've had so many emails. What the hell? There it is. Okay. This is from Maggie. Thank you very much, Maggie.
If you're listening.
So I just sent them one back being like, hi, I'm very sorry for the delay and would like to... Oh, sorry. No, this is their message. Sorry. I was just like, look, hey, I'm very sorry. I've just found out that it showed up. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. And he just went, sending the email is a secret to make the order show up. I'm glad you received it and have a great day. And I was like, oh, Maggie, I just made you go round in circles. Could you imagine, though, if I hadn't said anything, and they were just like, "I will send you another one." I'm just like, I've got 2 Pro Daily shirts. And actually,
let that be the first time Ian tried to defraud a major company.
also, let's just point out as well, this is a charity shirt, so that would actually be really, really horrible.
Yeah,
the proceeds went to his family, so let's not. But no, seriously, it's a lovely shirt. I'm so happy to have bought it. I bought it like the day of the show. But other than that, I think that's the main merch that I got. Zorlo is still dead. The funeral's next week. I'll let you guys know about that one.
If you cremate him, we have to put it on the channel.
Yeah, of course.
Some One Piece spoilers right there.
One Piece spoilers. Zorlo gets cremated. I'm sure they've done that as an arc already. But now we're on to the best and worst merch on the new arrivals of Pro Wrestling Tees. And we're going to start off with the best. I'd like to add an honorable mention to this one, and that would be the Bullet Club 2013 shirt. I believe it's like not a memorial shirt, just like a callback kind of shirt to the origin in 2013. I just think it's a really neat classic design, personally.
I like it. It's not the best Bullet Club shirt, but I do like it. It does have a back print, but it's not obtrusive, so I quite like it.
Yeah, I think it's a really nice shirt. But it didn't take us long to all agree on the best shirt for this fortnight, or these 3 weeks, sorry. It is the Toriano King of Pro Wrestling 2020 t-shirt. And as you can see on screen, it is just, isn't it just the best? 4 panels.
Toriano
Go on, Flip.
is the king of pro wrestling.
He is the king of
pro wrestling.
He doesn't need to ever win any other title. He just needs to be the king of pro wrestling forever. He should never lose it. That's just how it is.
Undefeated streak.
He can't lose his baby. But yeah, I think that'll sit very well next to the Danhausen shirt and the Danhausen shirt. We were actually, I believe, the week before the Toriano shirt came out, we were going to put a Danhausen one out. I might actually put it up anyway. The one where he's colored it himself. That's still a really, really good shirt. Danhausen. People talk about the Young Bucks being good at like merch making. Danhausen is like king. The king of merch wrestling.
Ian's just like, you dropped this king. Like,
I stand you.
I stand Danhausen.
But is that your gimmick, Stanhausen?
Stanhausen. That's the team. That's the team. Danhausen, hit me up, bro. Please. Was that too desperate? I don't know. Let's move on to the worst before I make it a bigger hole. The worst. We've got a couple of honorable mentions. Breaker wanted to bring up the Sonata Cold Skull V-neck. Is there a particular reason?
It's just a skull on the tip, and that's you could barely see. You could barely see it.
It's on white as well, which it white on silver, which is really weird. Yeah, it's just boring.
That color can work, but like it's so small.
Why is it a V-neck? Why is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Sonata's like one of the only New Japan wrestlers that has V-necks.
Yeah, actually, I think he is.
Why?
I don't get why he doesn't have any good merch. That's my main thing.
Yeah, I love Sonata. They just need to make the Sonata Cold Skull mask available. I'd buy that. It's like Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus needs to make a mask that's just sellable. Like, that would be amazing. Just Rey Mysterio in. You'll make money for years. Another honorable mention, which came from Lulu, was the Yoshihashi Headhunter t-shirt. Everything can change in an instant.
It looks like the old BBC logo.
It does
I don't
look
like
the old
it.
BBC logo.
And it's boring. It's a boring shirt. Yeah. I don't like the colour scheme. I don't like the messaging on it. I just don't like it. It's tiny as well.
Everything can change in an instant.
Yeah. This was going to be the worst shirt of this week, if not for how bad the actual worst shirt is.
Well, I do want to add, and I'm going to steal Breaker's joke for this because it was so good it has to be said. It looks like every local car garage, like car repair garage in the UK, where it's just like just some like
Mike's garage.
Yeah, Mike's car garage. Bring us down for your cars. Yeah, but the worst shirt is definitely the worst. This was the one I picked, and was
the worst shirt is definitely the worst.
the worst shirt is definitely the worst.
For clarity, the reason why this won the worst shirt is I was originally voting for the Yoshihashi shirt, Ian was voting for this shirt, and then I saw the back print, and I voted for this shirt.
So this is the United Empire's, bearing in mind United Empire's very first faction shirt. Here's the front. The way I describe it is it looks like it was made in clip art. I don't like this shirt at all. I'm so disappointed. But then you turn it round and it's in Arial font.
It's just,
This is the power of the United Empire. Half an hour on clip art and paint.net.
I don't want to make this joke, but graphic design is my passion.
It really do be. I'm so disappointed in the United Empire's it's just bad. I just feel upset. Not even like angry, just upset. Because I love how good the... Yeah, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Yeah, it's not a good start for the United Empire. It hasn't been a good start for United Empire at all. So we can only hope and pray that eventually Great Khan will take over and make it good. But yeah, with that, is there any other shirts you guys want to shout out? Any merch you've forgotten to talk about? We do, don't we?
Yeah, I do want to shout out some good merch first. The Mr. Socko face mask, I quite like.
Yes.
And that we have, I think, a picture in the chat somewhere.
Yes, we do.
And they've also started selling the Series 2 AEW figures on PWT, which I'm quite pleased about.
I'm also almost certain they're all sold out.
They are all sold out,
Excellent.
I believe, except Dustin Rhodes, because poor Dustin. Dustin is sold out.
Hey, yay! He made it, guys. He made
Dustin is the only one I've ever seen not go out of stock on any store in the UK.
That's
ever.
so sad.
It's really sad, especially because I think his figure's really good. I don't own it yet, but I think his figure's really good.
Well, you might want to get the next one then.
Well, I might do, Ian.
But now that I've got you angry, would you like to rant again?
I would. I like, before this podcast episode, we were talking about what we specialise in. I've realised that you were wrong, Ian. My specialisation is I'm the rant boy.
You really
I'm the
are
one
the rant
who
boy.
rants.
You really are.
Because it's like my third rant in this podcast. Oh, God. So, the AEW Micro Brawlers. Let's discuss them, gentlemen.
I love Micro Brawlers.
And by discuss them, I mean shut up, let me talk. So, as you may know, 3 of the 4 of us are in the UK. Now, so I went on to look at them. Now, they were up for pre-order. I don't know if they're still on for like a normal order or not from Shop AEW, but they put them on, basically.
I will have a look for you while you rant.
Okay, thank you. They are listed at $17.99, which I believe is about £12-13. What you have to then remember is PWT charges exorbitantly high shipping costs to ship to the UK.
At the moment.
Okay. At the moment. It might change with the Euroshop, but we don't know how stock levels will be with the Euroshop or what the shipping will be like with the Euroshop. So I think we'll just have to see with that. So I went on and put in one of these micro brawlers. So I'd like to remind you again, that's $17.99, about 12 odd pounds. And then I put in for just one with the shipping. And in total, it came to $29.25. That is the equivalent of it was something like that, around that ballpark region. That was the equivalent in British pounds of £19.35, which would then ask you, why would I spend my money on this tiny micro brawler when for 65 pence more, I can buy one of the full-scale action figures?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, really.
Why? Why on earth would I buy? I think £18, well, $18 anyway for how like the size of the micro brawlers. I don't know how detailed they are. I don't own any of them, and you can think, but I don't get why anyone would buy them outside the US, and I still think the price is high for people in the US. There are better things to spend your money on than them, and I think it's a poor start to the micro brawlers range if they're starting at $18.
I can't find them on the shop because they've basically taken them off the shop for now.
Fair enough.
Because they did like the 1 week pre-order, and now they're gonna like consolidate the figures and sell them out. But yeah, I definitely agree that it's an extortionate amount of money. I will give them credit that I got a Chief Deputy Dunn figure, like micro brawler from Wrestle Crate for my first month, and they are genuinely a really, really good quality. So you could argue that you're paying for good quality, but we're paying basically nearly the double the price for one.
Yeah, basically.
Which is ridiculous. And all I can say for it is I really hope that Pro Wrestling Tees opens up a Euro shop as soon as possible. They're meant to be doing it this year, but it's gone really quiet. It's gone really, really quiet. But yeah, with that, I think we're on to the final segment, boys.
The final segment.
Wow.
Da-da-da-da.
So with this extremely long and kind of random podcast episode, we'll come to the last segment, which is the segment I'm always scared of to finish on. It's Ian hasn't seen anything, and this time was, I believe, Lulu's favorite film of all time.
It's one of my favorite films.
One of your favorite films of all time. So I sat down and watched Alien with the boys, and I really enjoyed it. I was really scared because I don't particularly enjoy horrors, but then in watching it, it wasn't that horror-esque. It was mainly tension. I think that's what I can remember from watching it, because I think it's been like a week since I've watched it. The main thing I can remember from it is it being such a tense movie where I constantly felt like obviously something was wrong, but I constantly felt like these guys are going to die at some point, something's going to happen, and it was genuinely a really, really fun movie to watch, and I would definitely recommend it. So you guys got any questions for me to help me jog my memory of like characters and scenes and stuff like that?
Okay, then. Right. This is my favorite one of my favorite movies for a very specific reason. Well, for many specific reasons, because I love Alien it's just a brilliant film, right? But I think this is, as my namesake would suggest, I quite like H.P. Lovecraft. I think this is one of the few very Lovecraftian films that exists.
Right.
I'm
not sure what you mean by Lovecraftian. I must be honest with you.
The kind of it's cosmic horror. The reason why I say it's one of the few Lovecraftian films ever made is it's that kind of horror where it's purely about fear of the unknown, fear of just things beyond your knowledge or power that you can't stop, that just are relentless and view you as cosmic dust on the wind.
Right.
Which I think Alien gets that horror perfectly, because you don't see the xenomorph for more than 4 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a 2-hour movie. The monster is in it for 4 minutes. But its presence is always felt as soon as it's introduced.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is the basis of the tension in the film.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll just ask you about the film. Who was your favorite character? Obviously, there's only 8, and that includes the xenomorph.
I think my favorite character, and you'll have to remind me of her name, was the Yeah, the one that survives, basically. I forgot her name.
Ripley.
Ellen
Ripley.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think that was actually kind of like a good point that you showed me while we were watching it, was that you don't actually recognize that she's the main character until the end. Because she's very... I wouldn't say she's very behind the scenes, but she's never really in a area of like leadership until everything's gone wrong. And then you realize that, like, oh wait, she's like super competent. She's quite smart. I just think the character was also played supremely well. I think all the characters were all really, really well done. But yeah, I think Ripley was definitely my favorite. I could have just said the Xenomorph. Really, it would have been like easy. The design was amazing.
Well, it is an amazing design.
I'm trying to think of like if there was like a particular scene I really enjoyed. I think a scene that I'm reminded of is the reveal of the alien coming out of the guy's stomach.
Just burst to see.
Thank you. Because my reasoning for it is because you gave me that little tidbit about the direction that they were given when filming it, where the director just went, something's gonna happen, react to it, which I think is such a genius way of getting such a realistic depiction of terror from somebody. And yeah, it was such a really, really well done scene as well. And it did make me laugh seeing the little alien just zoom across the table out of shot. I think it wasn't meant to make me laugh, but it was really funny.
And just wait till you see his Spaceballs.
Oh my god.
But yeah, what I did in that was the other thing that's interesting about that is that the actual like viscera of Kane, of John Hurt's character's death is real. Like, it's not, obviously it's not human, but it's like, it's sheep offal, and the blood is real blood.
Right.
Oh,
I believe so. The actual thing of its like blown up chest is real, like viscera.
Right.
So to make it more realistic, basically.
And he never acted again.
John Hurt.
He's in Spaceball.
Yeah,
Cameo.
Yeah, he's in a lot of things.
Yeah.
So besides Ripley being your favourite character, then, and we talked about the chest burster scene, how would you like just rate it as? You've not seen much horror, obviously, because you don't really like horror. But how would you rate it as a horror film?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think it sets the scene of like horror and tension perfectly. So I think in terms of a horror movie, I think it's definitely up there. Is it scary? No. I think the scariest scenes are when the fucking cat jumps out at you. That damn
it's more
cat. No.
suspenseful than scary, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you were like me and you don't like horror movies and you're like, I'm going to be scared by this movie, you're not going to be. You'll be fine. It's really, because especially with the Xenomorph, it never just jumps out and scares them. It just
Apart from that one scene.
Apart from that one scene.
Actually, two scenes. There's
Alright.
Dallas Defense, and there's where it throws its arm out at Ripley.
Okay, yeah, fair enough then. Fair enough.
But to be fair, Ian, I did want to see if you noticed, because you can see it throughout that entire scene.
Oh
in
my
the shot.
god, the fact that you pointed that out, I loved the fact that you pointed that out. Like, I seriously want to go back and watch it again to be like, wow, really? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's one of the beauties of the design. It's like, and one of the things that copied from the ship with the space jockey is like this mix, like the alien meant to be this mix of biology and machinery.
Right.
So you can never really tell. Like, that's why it works so well on an industrial environment, is it hides in pipes and in machinery really well.
That's freaking cool. I really must admit. Yeah, just the whole character of the Xenomorph is fantastic. If you guys haven't seen it, here it is.
Who hasn't seen? I guess they pop Ian, but who hasn't seen Alien?
If I haven't seen it, there's definitely going to be other people that haven't seen it. But yeah, I love that we brought up the cat. The cat is responsible for like 3 deaths, and it's ridiculously stupid. He kills
Stupid cat. You made me look bad.
He kills the.
You made me look bad.
He kills the one cat. The cat kills that one guy. Forgot his name. Friends with the black guy. Brett. I think he's responsible for the death of. Not responsible for the death of Parker. Actually, no.
Oh, it's just Xenomorph just turns up and kills them.
Yeah, no, they scared the shit out of Ripley, Brett, and what's the black guy called?
Lambert.
And then the cat's almost responsible for her dying by the Xenomorph because the cat keeps running away.
The cat's the true villain of the film.
The true villain.
Oh, sorry, no, I've got Lambert and Brett Parker confused. Lambert's the black guy, and Lambert's the lady, and Parker's the black guy.
Oh, there we go. We're fixed.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck the cat. Honestly, I would be very much down to continue watching Alien. I heard that it's basically not like this at all ever now.
But Aliens changes director.
Aliens? Yeah.
Aliens changes director from Ridley Scott to James Cameron and changes genres from horror to action.
Right.
It's sci-fi too, but yeah.
I think I'll probably...
Are you ready for Independence Day?
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Am I Ready, let's do the episodely tease. What movie or show are you getting me to watch for next time?
See, I was thinking about what to make you watch, Ian, and I hadn't picked anything before we'd sat down to do this, but to be honest, I think we'll just watch Aliens. Because I want to
might as well, yeah.
Might as well carry on.
Fair enough. We might as well get the action side of Alien out of here.
And I was going to say, regardless, it's one of the best sequels ever.
It is one of the best sequels ever. Even if I prefer the original.
We will say for the next one after Aliens, we will pick a different series. We will.
Yeah, they go down.
We're not going to Alien versus Predator.
Actually, yeah, because that's a good film in my opinion.
Yeah, but
I like that film.
Predator.
Oh yeah, Predator. Yes, was Predator.
God, you're really trying to scare the shit out of me, aren't you now?
Yeah,
it's a scary film.
Yeah.
Shall we just quickly add on that? What did you think of Ash, Ian Holmes' character?
What the
robot, the android?
Oh, that was a weird swerve. It made so much sense, but the scene when Ripley finally gets to talk to Mother, and Mother gives her the instructions that she gave to Ash. Oh, perfect scene. And then Ash just, as you put it, tries to kill Ripley in the most inconvenient way possible.
Yeah.
Which,
What's fun is in Alien Isolation, the video game, there is someone who has been killed by an android by having a magazine shoved down their throat.
See, it works, guys. It works. I'm not being stupid.
It's like a mix of impractical and brutal at the same time.
Definitely. Well, yeah, I don't think there's much else we can add. I hope people are excited to watch Aliens, and I hope people go and watch Alien, because I highly recommend it. And this brings us to the end of episode 4 of the Geeky Grapplers podcast. It's been a weird one, but honestly, I've quite enjoyed making this podcast. It's been a very, very long one for us to record, but honestly, I think this has been one of the most enjoyable ones for me. I don't know if you guys agree.
I thought it was fun.
It was just great. I loved it.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Proper Reet Good Bants, innit, lads?
Reet Good Bants, yeah.
Good banter.
Please, if you guys really enjoyed the episodes, be sure to check out the other episodes on the channel. And also, I completely forgot, and I realized I haven't actually spoken to this about these guys. We're setting up a SoundCloud very soon, because we had a recommendation that we should do an audio form of this podcast so people can watch it outside of YouTube. Yeah, we will definitely Definitely be putting it up on SoundCloud at some point in the future. Keep up to date on that on the Twitter, which we should also be getting better at some point. We should probably post episode 3 and 4 together at this point, because we have gone 3 weeks without posting about episode 3. Oh well, we'll get there eventually, guys. At Geeky Grapplers, thank you. Please follow. But yeah, this has been a great podcast. Is there anything you guys want to add?
Bye.
Did you see Kaisen Friday?
What
by the way,
Breaker, what? What are you talking? No, get out.
Breaker, no.
We're done.
Beastars was robbed.